Now, from patients who have distressing dreams and call 999, to knife fights and attacks from little old ladies, the blog Random Acts of Reality has spent the last 6 years charting the life of an ambulance driver in London. Well, the blog has proved so successful that it's led to 2 books, and the latest one is out this week. Well, joining us from central London now is Tom Reynolds, the blogger behind Random Acts of Reality blog and author of More Blood, More Sweat and Another Cup of Tea. The stories keep coming, Tom, don't they? I think perhaps the most eye-opening thing for me reading through was the amount of time that you guys have wasted.
Indeed. I mean, the London Ambulance Service has done its own research, and about 8 or 9 out of 10 calls don't require hospital treatment. So we do find ourselves going a lot of the time to people who don't really need ambulances. But
there's a sort of obligation, is there? If somebody calls 999, you've got to send an ambulance? Is that how it works?
Absolutely. I mean, we have a telephone desk up in control who attempt to weed out some of the calls which are very obviously not needing an ambulance. But at the end of the day, we send to most calls basically because it's very hard to diagnose over a telephone, and that's essentially what we're being asked to do.
You also, I think, spend an awful lot of time, perhaps too much of your time, chasing the after effects of alcohol.
It would make my life so much easier if people learn how to moderate their drinking. No. I think the number of calls which have gone up because of alcohol it's rising about 12% per year. So it's more and more.
It's a more common call-out reason than anything else, isn't it?
Sometimes it feels like it, yes.
And if only people, yes, exactly, and then they hurt themselves and then call on you. The other thing is interesting, linking the stories you did in one of your posts to the case of police officers and blue lights on or sirens on and stuff. I was surprised to say you said you didn't get much training as driving to the extremes when you were a younger ambulanceman.
Well, I mean, our basic training for the blue light driving is about 2 weeks, and it's mainly herring around country lanes at high speed. Most of our on-the-job training takes care of it. You spend a year at least with more experienced members of staff, and they teach you better how to drive.
And how did this blog come about, and permission for it? Your bosses don't mind you doing this?
Not so far. I think what I do is I'm able to give the exact and true story of what it's like to work on an ambulance, as opposed to being much like many of the documentaries or TV programmes, which tends to concentrate mainly on the nice, sexy trauma and nice, sexy, proper illnesses. Yeah. And I tend to give across what we actually find ourselves doing.
Indeed so, but it's nevertheless very interesting. Random Acts of Reality is the blog. Tom Reynolds is the man. Thank you very much indeed, Tom.
Thank you.